It's hot today. But, and I'm so sorry for the acoustics, but it's really hot, so I'm gonna be inside instead of outside. And it's a lot nicer inside the rabbit house than it is outside. So today I will be answering a list of questions, which you can't see very much. These are a lot of questions that I get almost daily. And I just thought I'd shoot this video out there so that you guys can get information. I know a lot of people can get all of this by scrolling through the website, but for some reason people don't do that very easily. So yeah, let's start. First, questions about the breed. I breed the Holland Lops. Yes, they are my personal favorite breed. Maybe one day I'll go into Jersey Woolies, but that's a bit of an inside joke. What size? They are a small breed. They're not tiny, but they're definitely small. The maximum weight is 4 pounds, technically, for the breed, but you never know. Okay, how long do they live? I've had my Holland Lop live to be 7.5. I've heard stories where they live up to 15 years. It really depends. My rabbit was from a pet store, so not the best quality, and at the time he was very healthy until 2 days before he passed away. You could tell that something was wrong. So how is their temperament? They are one of the calmest breeds I know. In fact, that's why I started breeding them, because I got one when I was 10, and there was absolutely nothing I needed to do. He just basically came tame, and that's how all the babies are. I've had 1 or 2 babies that just doesn't want to get tame, but that's because I don't really put too much effort into that. So, questions about my Rabbitry. Cage sizes. I get this a lot. So the standard cage size for California rabbits of my size is, judging by the weight, it should be 12 by 18 for any rabbit that is not being bred. For being bred, it's 18 by 18, but we go the extra mile and do 24 by 24 just to give our does the extra cozy room, and same with all of our bucks. All of our cages are the exact same size. In fact, they're 24 by 24 by 24. So they're perfect 2 foot by 2 foot cubes. And it's great because it's a wonderful size for the rabbits. Breeds. We only do Holland Lot breeds. Does and bucks. We have BMT Binky and GOL Athena, and that's our current breeding pair. We do have a Mini Rex and a Rescue, but we do not breed those two. And we have, of course, the babies. Playtime. Yes, we do give our rabbits playtime, except for right now, since it's so hot, we do not let them outside in risks of heat stroke and potentially very likely death. So they spend their time inside these days. In fact, this entire Rabbitry is empty right now. They're all inside the house. Diet and their feed. We feed 16% protein food along with hay and oats. Primarily hay. We only feed the pellets that they can clean up in a day, just to keep their weight very healthy. We have one overweight rabbit, but she has an eating disorder, and that is our Rescue. So there's nothing really we can do about that. How long have I been doing this? I've been doing this since I was 12. I am 16, so 4 years. 2016 was when we had our first litter. And as you can see up here, we have a lot of awards from 4-H, but this was not for our rabbits in breed-wise, but more their athletic, how athletic they are, because we did agility. Do I have to tattoo? Yes, I do. Sort of. It's more of a way for me to keep track of siblings, because the litter number of the doe goes second after the buck and the doe, so by just checking a rabbit's ear, even if I get a rabbit returned, which has happened somehow, I don't remember too much about that, but it was not tattooed, and I could not indicate where the litter, who the mom was, or any of this stuff, because I had no ear number, and that's when I started tattooing when I pedigree babies, because then you can check the litter, you can check the parents, you can check how many were in the litter, you can check the gender, all of it just by its ear, and you can match it to the pedigree, you can find the date of birth. It's so practical. But if we have a personal request from someone who is interested in a rabbit, which I'll get to that later about personal requests, we will not tattoo in that case. Why do I pedigree? Same thing as I just said. If you match the ear number to the pedigree, it's so much easier to keep track. In this current litter that we have right now, we have 3 blue torts. All of them look the same, except for ear lengths. Now, unless I'm going to go through and pedigree, I would have to tell them apart by their ear lengths, and I do not appreciate that. I would rather have a sheet of paper and an ear number, instead of having to measure out their ears. Can you hold rabbits? Here we go. No. Sort of. I wish I could give you guys a clean cut for this, but basically, no. Unless it's a special case, in which case you would email me and tell me why you need it held. For instance, you've been searching for a very long time, or you have been watching my Rabbitry for a while now, and you want this specific rabbit, no matter the breed or anything, and you will do anything to get it, and you promise that you will get it. Last but not least, or second to last, sorry, waiting list. Yes, we have a waiting list, and this is primarily for people who contact me before the ads are out. This is for people who are actually doing the research and not just searching on Craigslist. Sorry for that noise, that is my cat. She wants to come in, but I'm not going to let her. She gets in a lot of trouble in here. Yeah, so we do have a waiting list. Email me before the litters go out in ads and advertisements. So if you find me through Google, if you find me through if you go to my homepage, which I'll talk about that in a little bit, I have 2 links in the About Us section where these are people that have decided to advertise us because they thought our rabbits were good enough quality. Also, fun fact, I always say our and we because I'm talking about me and the rabbits. It is a solo job. I am the person that does literally everything, except for my parents sometimes help out with hutches because I am not the best carpenter as expected of a 16-year-old. And last but not least about this area of website. Yes, I have a website. I've worked very hard on it. All of these things can probably be answered on said website. Please just check it out and not ask me the same questions that are all on the website, which is why I'm making this video, because people don't check the website. Throwing shade, deepest apologies, but the website is really one of the greatest parts of my Rabbitry and one of the things that has really kicked me up in advertising, because not only can you see the rabbits that are coming and the rabbits that we've previously had and the rabbits that we have currently, but you can see our stock, you can see information, you can read about what we've done in the past. It's really just a lovely platform for people to really learn about what we do here. Okay, questions about the litter. Dam and sire, same thing, we only have one breeding pair, Binky and Athena. Goals and BMT, sorry, flip those. Quality. Okay, for starters, you can show these rabbits, doesn't mean you're gonna do good. I get this question a lot. Just because you can't show a rabbit doesn't mean you should. There's only one rabbit in this batch where I would consider showing just to get a critique on how to build it up better. And I might keep this rabbit because I think it has so many good traits. And yes, we will be doing line breeding in the future. If you don't know what that is, you don't need to know what that is. If you know what that is, you should be fine with it. Because there are some really pretty rabbits in this litter, and they're not from my buck, as seen by the previous video on this channel. How many? There are 4, but I, once again, will be keeping 1, or, yeah, hopefully just 1, unless I fall in love with 2 of them, and I think that'd be great for my buck, which, not very likely. So yeah, mostly 3 will be for sale. Colors, 3 blue torts and 1 broken blue tort. It will be in the pedigree card. Thank you for going by card. Temperament, they are dolls. Seriously, I had my best friend over and he literally just put it in his hat and walked around with it. You can put them in your pockets. They're literally so calm. Last but not least, availability. They will be ready the 16th of August. Now, if you would like to go on the waiting list and be notified when they are ready, just email me through the website or comment down below and I'll send you the link to the website, which will also be down here in the description. So yeah, that's all the questions. I hope this was helpful for anybody who is really curious about what we do and why we do it. I can do more of these because I think that a lot of people will be very much benefited from this. I'm mainly doing this because I had one customer that asked so many questions that were all kind of unnecessary, but I thought that might be good for some people to know. I know there's a lot of things that I really don't think are important, but other people do, which is why I took the most commonly asked ones and put them on this sheet of paper. So I hope this video was helpful for anybody. Have a great day, week, month, and hopefully 2020. God bless.